Okay, I'm back. Today let's talk about Joe Biden. I have been seeing a lot of videos out there about Joe Biden and his age going down, down, down. His energy is going down, down, down. Everything is going down, down about Joe Biden. It is sad to see that in real time how bad Joe Biden is right now. He's an elderly man. He's 80 years old, but he's actually like he looks like 100 years old. Just put it that way. Like if he's like Jimmy Carter, if you've seen Jimmy Carter, he's just in his last months probably of life. And you know what? I feel for his family. I pray for him, and I also pray for even Joe Biden because you know what? Humans are humans. We're all human beings, and we're all gonna go through those stages. We cannot make fun of that. You should never make fun of no elderly man. Even though Joe Biden has not been a great man based on his actions throughout the last I don't know what 50 plus years, I guess. So about 50 years in office, 50 plus in office. He's been there for a long, long time. And honestly, I have to say that he has not done nothing great for the United States of America and for its people and for its voters. Um, it is what it is. I just feel that we are being led to believe that the United States has a real democracy, which is not does not. It's a rigged democracy. Trump is right. The election was rigged. Everything is rigged. Not in the way that he thinks, but yes, everything is rigged. Elections are rigged. And you could tell now that is more truth to that than ever before, due to the fact that we have two old men running for office, and they're trying to tell us, hey, these are your choices. Pick one of them. We don't care who you pick. We win. Because the truth is that we don't choose our candidates. If we were to choose our candidate, would you choose Joe Biden and Donald Trump? Think about it. We have other candidates out there. We got Jill Stein. I prefer voting for Jill Stein. I will be voting for Jill Stein, not or JF or Robert Kennedy. Whoever's in my ballot, I'll be voting for those people because you know why? I refuse to vote for their candidates. Joe Biden and Donald Trump is their candidate, not yours. You can believe whatever you want, but I guarantee you, nothing fundamentally is going to change for you or for your family or for whoever. Things will only get worse. Trump is not going to do anything. Biden, as you can see, will really not do anything. What Trump will do is he will go out there and make sure he makes as much money as possible for him and his family. But you are going to pay for his actions, for his richness, because he will probably get more richer. Remember, Trump is worth $10 billion. Think about that. The men lie about that too. He's in a mission to be worth $10 billion, one way or the other. That's his mission, I guess. I don't know, whatever it is. All I know is that everything is falling apart here in the States, and we, the people, are allowing it. The only reason I've been talking about this in this channel is because whatever. I just feel like maybe I should say something. Nobody's really talking about it. There are channels out there that are talking about this stuff, but they're not realistic. They are not direct. They're not raw. The only reason I built this channel was because I thought that maybe since my sense of history is I think better, a little bit better than other people, like I could tell what happened in the 80s, 90s, 2000s, and currently I know what happened. I know how the debt was in the 80s when Reagan came in. I know everything that happened, well, mostly everything that happened in my lifetime since 1981, since I got here to the United States. When my dad and my mom brought me here from the Dominican Republic, which I came from. Okay. So, I went to school. I studied. I love history. I loved U.S. history. When I was in sixth grade in junior high school in New York City in IS 49, that's why I came IS 49. That's my school back in 1986 to 89. At graduated high school, I remember having one U.S. teacher, one U.S. history teacher that named Mr. Crow. I still know him. Mr. Crow, if you're still around, thank you. You taught me a lot about history. I learned everything I needed to know about history because of Mr. Crow. Great teacher. We used to have great teachers at that time, even in Brooklyn, where I grew up in the ghetto. The point is, history is important. We always should look at history and see what's going on. But let's be honest, people. Two old men running for office. You know what? It's not only those two old men. In the Senate, they have a whole bunch of old men there that have been there for I don't know how many decades, doing nada, nothing for us. They preach all these crap that makes no sense. And yet people still listening to them and voting for these people. I don't get that's how you lose your democracy. That's how you lose your republic. You already lost it, but you don't know yet. Look what's going on. Everything that happens has to do with big corporations, the people that actually run this country, the people who actually do everything possible for themselves. Everything past reflects their interests and ours. Look, I'm not the smartest guys over here. I'm just a regular guy, but I see what's going on. And I wish you people see what's going on. Open your eyes. If you're gonna vote this for November, and don't be voting for Mr. The less of the two evil because that's the same evil. Look around. Look who else is in the ballot. If it's Robert F. Kennedy or it's one of the libertarian, even the Libertarian Party, I will vote for them. At least they're better than what we have now, unless they get bought too. But at least starting to make change. We just want to take control of that. Stop voting for the same people that cause the same problems we have right now. Otherwise, this country will become a fascist. It's already a fascist. Stop thinking about communist country. Never existed. There was no communist country in the world. That word communism means nothing. No country has ever been communist. Socialists, they put socialists in your socialists out there, and you fear it, thinking it's Cuba, Venezuela, or whatever, or North Korea. No, that's not socialism. You know what's real? We know socialism works both ways. It could be for the people, the best for the people, and government controlling corporations, regulating corporations, so you don't do the bad things. Why not? We don't have that. Like in the States, what we have is corporate socialism. Corporation run the government, and every law that they pass has to reflect their interests, and you pay for it. That's what it is right now. Or haven't you noticed that? Haven't you noticed everything's becoming monopolized? How many cell phone companies are here right now? Think about it. Yeah, T-Mobile, AT&T, Verizon. Who else? All the other like Metro, Boost Mobile, all the other little singular, whatever you want to call them. You got not singular, I mean Simple Mobile, whatever. They belong to the same company. They use their own things. There's no real competition. It's just the same thing with other companies, the same other companies. Monopolization has become more tight. After COVID-19, look what happened after COVID-19. All those trillions of dollars that passed, that bill that passed, to give COVID relief. Think about it. You got the crumbs, little little crumbs. You think $1,000 is something? Those were called crumbs. They took the big pie, and now you're paying for it. That's what Donald Trump did. Think about it. If you were a small business owner during COVID-19, you close your shop. You say, "Hey, you got to close down," but you had to pay your rent. You know how many small businesses went out of business because of that, or they had to go take loans, even though they had loans. They take loans so they could pay the rents, so the landlord could pay the bank, and that same bank is giving the loans. You see what I mean? I repeat myself. During COVID-19, most small businesses had to shut down their doors, but they still had to pay the rent. So what the government said they should do is get a loan from the bank so they could pay that loan to the landlord to pay the rent. So then the landlord could pay that same bank the rent, the mortgage, or the loan. That is crazy. But most people don't think like that. They got a little check in the mailbox. You're paying for it right now. Look at the inflation rates. Remember, government does not fund itself through taxation. It funds itself through borrow and printing of currency. And they use the money instead for bonds. They lend it to they sell for bonds, or they pay interest on bonds to other corporations or other institutions or countries or whatever they do with it. And then you have to pay the interest. The only way they get the interest is by raising your taxes, not corporations taxes, your taxes. Meaning every time you go out there and you buy your cup of coffee, you go to a restaurant, you pay your electricity bill, you pay your water bill, you pay your car payment, you pay your insurance payment, you pay your mortgage, you pay your property tax, you pay everything else. You know what? Those are all collected by corporation mostly. Your payroll tax is basically collected and then it's given to the government. The point is, you're paying all these taxes and you don't even know where it's going to. Why do you think CEOs make millions of dollars every year? That's their pay. Because you are giving them donations every time you pay taxes. Think about if they were to collect all the taxes and start funding these stupid wars they fund all the time. They always have money for funding wars. Never have money for you. Your bridges are crumbling. Your roads are messed up. The traffic you live in. Your wages are being brought down. You're working more for less. You're now becoming a slave. Living to work equals enslavement by consent. And if you don't wake up, we don't wake up, we're screwed. At least I know this. I might be a slave right now, but at least I know that I am. But most Americans are like, or fighting over bullshit issues. They fight over black and white, which is bullshit. The human race is only one. All that is just pathetic fighting. We fight about gays and genders. Like if we have 1,000 genders now, that is bullshit. When we have one, two genders, we have two genders. That's about it. Okay. The other ones are like, you know what I'm saying? But the point is, I don't care about that. People could do whatever they want. They could be whatever they want. It doesn't matter to me. There's something you should not be preaching or promoting, but humans are allowed to be free as long as they don't hurt or affect anybody else. The majority. Okay? Those are stupid issue. Look at the immigration issue. Immigration is just a stupid issue that makes no sense. Look what's happening in the border. I have been here for over 45 years. That border has always been the same way as always been. But for some reason during this time, they promoting people to come over here. Look, man, I'll be honest with you. Those same people that are coming over here wish they want to go back. Because coming to the United States and walking thousands and thousands of miles to risk their own lives just to come over here, is it worth it? We are living here and we're like, why are we paying for those people to go to New York or all this crazy stuff happening? That never happened before. That never happened before. People should come in, they should work, and pay taxes, a lot of taxes, because anybody who lives in this country pays taxes unless you're living off the government. Like for some crazy reason, we are doing that with people who are coming in now to the borders, which is no, we don't do that. We're putting them in one single place. We put them in one place or two places. When the United States is so big with so many empty towns. Okay, those Republicans that are sending people to New York City and the politicians usually are accepting that means that they are both and they are doing it on purpose. Nothing makes sense, logic, but people making money out of that. This is immigration, but it's a bigger, broad problem to talk about. But right now, let's talk about the only thing I want to talk about right now is like why we're electing two old men. The bottom line is you could choose to vote for those two old men. Good luck with that. You will lose. Even fundamentally, nothing will change. What you need to do is look at the alternatives if you want to start making change. Look at the other candidate like Jill Stein, maybe Robert Franklin Kennedy. or maybe one of those libertarian parties, whoever's in the ballot in November for the November election, whoever's in the ballot, look around and look who is also running for president and vote for that person. That's how you make a difference. Don't stay home and do nothing. Go out there and find out who's the ballot. And if you could sign a petition to allow these people in the ballot, because the Democrat Party and the Republican Party are not allowing them because they're fighting them. They have their lawyers, they have the money to not allow any Green Party, an Independent Party, or any Libertarian Party. They don't want these parties. They don't talk about it. Don't you notice that media never talks about these parties? But they're there. It's time you see them in your ballot. So take a look at it. And you know what I'm saying? I'm voting for this one. I'm personally voting for Jill Stein because she has right now, she's a better candidate than all of them right now. For now. I prefer giving her the opportunity than any of these other people. But that's just my personal opinion. Now, good luck on that because right now I'm about to end this video. I'm done. See you later, guys, and take care. And thank you. If you like what you saw right now, do me a favor, subscribe, do me a like, and share. Share, please. Just share this video if you like it. I know it's raw. It's kind of corny, I guess, but you know what? It is what it is. I'm not raw. I'm just going to do this video raw. No editing, no nothing. It doesn't matter to me no more. Thank you. Have a great day.